Hi guys, quick update. Not a lot going on. We've got plans going through our drafting at the moment, just working on those, trying to get them ironed out to what we're after. A few little bits and pieces like the walk-in pantry and the laundry area, things like that, just working on just little niggly bits. Bulk of it's designed. I've got a fire going, look. Just to keep me, just to keep me nice and warm. Well, when I mean Rebecca, because if you talk about cold to her, she freezes. And the other thing I'll be working on is a little bit of sisolation of the roof, building paper. So if you remember before, or as it is, it's just all tiles. Yeah, it's all straight onto the tiles there. Back of the old terracotta tile, straight through. So what I've been doing is cutting strips of building paper, cutting them to width, cutting them get a roll of 1500 long, cut them to 3 strips of 500, and it works well in between the rafters there. It's tedious, it's hard work, just staple it up, a little bit of an overlap on the side, and then work it right up to the ridge there, down to the eave, one before the eave there. Hopefully that'll keep a lot of the dust out, but also stop a lot of the radiant heat coming off the back of those tiles, heating up the ceiling space. As I've been doing it, it's been quite a cold wind coming through. It's been a bit windy the last few days, and it really cuts down on the wind shooting up underneath the tiles as well. So it's quite effective. While it's a bit of a stopgap, because I guess the best way to have it would be to pull the roof, pull all the battens, and then put sarking over, put the battens back on, but nobody's got any money for that, eh? So in a perfect world you'd do it before you put the battens on, but this is the best I can do, retrofit it while I've got a bit of time. We'll do the walls as well, something similar to this. I think similar to what Brother Jared did. Couple of tests going on there, trying to work out exactly how we're going to do it. Also planning on putting a bit of a roof, a ceiling space storage up there. Just working out what we're going to do. I've got a couple of sheets of flooring up there at the moment to walk around on. That's about it really. Not a lot's going on. Floor was confirmed as asbestos. Sent the tests off, did a couple of test samples myself, sent them off, and came back positive for asbestos in the in the tile underlay. So we're getting that removed. Got a couple of quotes, getting it removed on Monday. Guy will come in, do it all properly, certificate, the whole bit. There's no point trying to cut corners on that kind of thing. So that'll all go. All here will go. Bathroom, the old bathroom and toilet, laundry, and the 4 sheets on the shed that were confirmed as asbestos as well, and I'll get them to take all the eaves off along this back run here. That way when it comes time to run the new extension into it, I don't have to worry about that kind of shit. As you can see, a little bit of spray paint on the floors, very similar to Makaraka designs back in the day. So we've been trying to work out, you know, roughly get in where the walls are, where they're going to be washing machine and trough, and where the fridge is going to be. Beck's been working at her kitchen with her island bench and where all her stuff's going to go. It's a bit hard because we're very we're restricted by what's already here, but we're working through it. So, you know, marking out where the walk-in robe's going to go, and the linen closet and the ensuite with the shower and everything like that. So getting there. Not much progress, but you know, slowly at this stage. Just trying to make sure we get it all sorted. All right, so that's it. That's all we got for today. Take care of yourself. Bye. Also, just a quick one. Apparently, we thought this place was built in 1975 or so we were told, but Rebecca spotted something today while I was up in the roof. We think it's built in 1963, so if you look up there, It's written in a fair bit, like there's a fair bit of this around, which I'm guessing is the old plaster. It's all over the place. Have a look at it. It's everywhere. And if you look there, let me get up here. Come on, man. Bit hard to read probably, but you might be able to see it says 1963. So, I was a bit harsh on the old builders because all we found so far was an old Coke bottle jammed in the wall over there somewhere. Nothing else. No writing, no "cuz was here," or, you know, "Shane is a bum," anything like that. Nothing written in the walls. But the plaster is written 1963. So, what's this? 57 years old. If I look this good when I'm 57, I tell you what, I'll be doing alright. Bye. So this is the stuff that I'm using to line the underside of the ceiling rafters with. Up here. Just right underneath the tile batten, stapling it to this tile batten, and then down the side of the rafters as well. This is the stuff here. What's it called? Silver Sark. Extra value, extra R value, commercial, blah blah blah. There's the thing there. A metalin, something like that. Anyway, so basically what you do, unwrap it, drop it on the drop saw. I've got the 1500 long rolls, high, whichever way you want to say it, and I cut them in three pieces, 500 each. And that's enough for 450 centers, because you've got about a 420, 430 gap between the two, so it allows to wrap around a little bit. So you get them on the droppy, cut them, and then bring them around here, staple them on, lay them out. It's a little bit fiddly and whatnot, but you get there. Got to get up there later and finish off that section, but and I'll leave the video running while I do that. So, back to it. Alright, so I've marked it to length, 500, 500, 500, cut it on the drop saw. All standard safety rules applied, PPE, goggles, ears. Cuts well. A little bit of meltage going on, but good. Chunks. Done. Just take your time when you cut, don't push too hard on the saw, just let the blade do the work. Comes out good. Okay, so I'm starting the building paper, sarking, call it what you will. Ball side down, and I'm starting it on the batten here. I can't see, might be able to see there better. Starting on the last tile batten, just flush with it, and then up the sides, stapling it every couple of hundred, and to the tile batten as well. Tile batten there, you can see that one comes through. Staple it there, all the way up. That'll get trimmed up there. Also, while I'm up here, I decided to vacuum out the top of the eaves. They don't appear to be asbestos, but not taking any chances. The stuff that I have to take out across the back there will get removed on Monday professionally. Yeah, I'll set up the camera up here somewhere and show you how I install it. Okay, so this is how I'm finishing it off at the top, up near the ridge and the hip here. So just comes up, try and get as many staples in as you can. Obviously some of them don't go all the way in, I don't know if you can see that, but actually that one isn't going at all, but it's enough to hold it up. And then when you get up in here, you just kind of wedge it up in there, and that's enough to keep it tight. Get staples as close to it as you can, depending on what kind of staple you're using. I'm using this old girl, a Power Shot Black & Decker thing from way back in, I don't know, 900 BC or something, but anyway. So it's not going to stop all the dust, but it does stop a fair bit of the breeze coming up. I don't know if you can see up under the tiles there. So, you know, air can come straight up, bit of wind can come straight up under there. So I've got a new haircut, as you can see, new style done by Katie Loader at Katie's Styles. It is a fair difference. So here, there's no breeze, but right here, whoo, she's quite chilly. Yeah, so that's the process. Staple it up, staple it onto the underside of the ceiling batten there. Get a bit of an overlap both sides, as you can see, and just run it straight down. That's it, not much to it. Been very, it's very labour consuming, time consuming. I've read on the internet a couple of blokes who've actually retrofitted this with the plastering. So got up in the ceiling and spent days crawling around on boards and wedging. It'd be hard pressed to get me to do that. This is difficult enough as it is, but I can only imagine how hard it'd be inside a roof space. It'd be nice and hot, stuffy, and you got to try and get it right down all those corners. Like, that'd be hard. So I'm going to guess, all up, this whole roof space is going to take me about a week or so, and 5 or 6 days, good 5 or 6 days. So you're looking at 50, 60 hours and probably 3 or 4 rolls of inso, sarking, isolation. But I think it's going to be worth it. I'm doing it for myself, doing it for my family home. So that's the payoff for me. The labour's free, so to speak. Yeah, if you can do it, I recommend you do it, and I'll report back with the results. Okay, when it comes to cutting this stuff and getting it ready, I'll just set up a bench, cut them to length before you go up in the roof, because that'll save you yonks. Much easier doing it, may not look easier, but much easier. Most stick roofs, you'll find the length increases like in a pattern, so to speak. So I've measured these ones. That one was 3 meters long from the first tile batten up to the longest point where it hits the ridge up there. Measure the next one, it's 3.5. Next one's 4 meters, 4.55. So it goes along like that. You can kind of guess. Cut them all, get them all started first. Don't go on the roof by yourself. Been a carpenter for a while, been on roofs, in roofs, all over them, walking around. It takes practice to be able to walk around up there. Use boards if you can. I've got a couple of sheets of yellow tongue flooring to walk on, try and help me out. Don't go on the roof by yourself, or at least let someone know what you're doing, because otherwise you're going to end up, you know, anything could happen when you're up there, and it might take a while to find you. So, and then maybe you don't want that. Anyway, just be safe. So, just know what you can do it to the best of your abilities. And if you can't do it, you're not confident in doing it, get someone in to do it, someone in to help you, or just pay someone to do it, okay? That's about all I know.